it is a Turks war. So let's take a quick look at the maps. We have MBL here in the pink again, playing as the Turks, and then we have Viper. Holy relics! What is this? What is this? This is crazy. 3 relics, 4 relics. Come on now. Come on, map hacks. It's got to be map hacks of some type. That's crazy. I mean, it's not often you see something like this. This one's actually not too far away. It's like, crap. I wish I remember my constellations, but it looks like a constellation of some type. Man, I always try to say something and forget what I'm going to say. But let's look at Viper's map, and he does have a nice back gold here. I do like that. And the back of his map, he does have a stone accessible and another gold, so lots of space in the back. Unfortunately, I think for the deer, he's gonna have to lure them through this tree patch, sorry, and that could be hard for him, though he could pull it off. Now, apart from that, that's actually it within his walls. He has another stone here, and this gold here. I guess it would be easy for him to just wall this off and TC this gold if he wanted to. Orion's belt! Orion's belt! Thank you, that's what it was. Thank you, Cartman. Oh, and MBL's laming. Does Viper see it? Real quick, does Viper see it? You know what? He might have just saw it, and he's coming. He's gonna try and stop it, and there can't be too much lag with these players because they're both from similar areas. Of course, both from Norway. I don't know how large Norway is. Again, forgive my ignorance. And, oh, I don't think he's gonna stop it. MBL is a great lamer. He's got to get it through his gate as well, though. This is really huge. Oh, wow, he's gone back, and then Viper's tried to... Oh, wow, that's insane. Now Viper can't get through the gate, and Viper's down a boar. Viper lamed earlier in this series. MBL is right back at you. And that's well done. Now, it doesn't look like the build was too bad from MBL. He's probably going to have to address them over to wood. But, yeah, ignorant yank. I mean, to be honest, once you get out of school, you just focus on how to work, and whatever you're working on, you focus on that. So, but yeah, I won't deny it, at least. The well done there for MBL. He does need to definitely get his eco set up, but that's good. Now for Viper, he also is going to have to try and lure these deer, and I don't know if he's going to have too much success with that, but that's a good start, I think, for MBL. Now, let's look at MBL's base. He does have the gold above his TC. I think that's a good placement for him. He also has his stone quite forward. Hopefully he does have another stone. Let's see. Just gold in the back, and that's it. More stone on the outside. So the issue for him with these stones is if he does want to go onto stone and get Janissaries out in the Castle Age, he's not going to really be in the best spot to do that, as it's all forward. We'll pay attention to how he chooses to do that. Does he see the boar out there? He does, so I assume he will be going for that later on. Also, MBL's at a bit of a disadvantage with these relics, so he doesn't see these, and with that, he could be at a disadvantage as well. I assume he will scout them. Too late for any of these players to call a re. MBL could try and lure these deer in. He does have the boars, which is good for him. We'll see if he does do that. I think for now he's going to be content. Oh, needs to be careful not to block his own Vil. Okay, a couple weak Vils in here. It was pointed out by Bullet that MBL got housed a lot last game, and he was right about that. I did notice in watching a lot of MBL games, of course he plays a lot, that when he gets housed an awful lot during a game, he tends to lose. Now, that's something that makes sense, but it's weird. He has these games where he gets housed, and then he has these games where he's like perfect. So he needs to make sure he doesn't do that, and he's actually at 30 potential pop right now, so I think he's just playing it safe this time around. So what are we going to see as Turks? Well, Turks are a pretty good civ, honestly, in Arena. You do a fast Imperial, and you could go with like 2 archery ranges, and then go with the bombard cannons. The archery ranges making the hand cannons. Or, I think we'll potentially see, and more likely see, these players booming out a little bit, and try and get a castle up and go with Janissaries, maybe. That's what I'm guessing we will see from Viper, because he does have the back stone. Now, from MBL, I'm honestly not sure. That stone is really a worry for him. However, he has chosen to play this out, and he might be doing something different. Of course, if he just booms, he's going to have a lot of space here. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but the games MBL played versus Fire, Game 2 was an exceptional game. I do have that on my YouTube, and MBL was actually playing versus Fire, who chose the Byzantines. But hold on. I'm confused at which game that was now. I believe it was Game 2. Whatever game it was Turks for MBL, and he was able to use artillery just to perfection, and his bombard cannons were ridiculous. His bombard cannon micro. Now Viper's going over to stone, MBL's not, and MBL is luring in as many deer as he can. Just one right now. You guys are doing crazy with the attacks. You're not too far off from another post-Imperial Age fight, so I like it. Grim, thank you for the follow, and everyone else as well. Of course, I can't see it on the screen, but I can't address every follow. So. Yeah, it was Game 2. Thank you, Maverick. Appreciate it.
I'm back.
Dave, you missed it. Viper lost 5 vills in the Dark Age. It was embarrassing. Wasn't able to call a re.
God, you're like literally you're probably the worst liar I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so anyway, but MBL did lame. I'm not lying about that. So he lamed, and look at the relics for Viper. I assume you're in the game at this point.
Yes, the relic line. Yes.
Yeah, it's like Orion's belt. That's what we were pointing out. So, it's really beneficial for Viper. I also kind of prefer Viper's map because he has the back stone. MBL is slightly on the front here, which could be bad, but we'll see how they choose to play it. They've gone up on the similar vill count now, and yeah,
the
should
scouting
both
for
be
MBL is
okay.
not good either. At
Yeah,
all. I guess
because he
he's
lamed the
gonna go out
boar.
there.
Yeah, because he lamed the boar, he was a bit behind with his scouting, and also he's just now luring his deer, and I think that's part of the issue here. He's just now getting his second one in, while Viper, wow, they've clicked up to the castle age at the same time. Viper lured all his deer in after he lost the boar, so. Alright, so I talked a bit about what I thought we would see from these players.
We're gonna see a castle from MBL for sure.
Yeah, and he has a lot more on stone now. Now, Viper, he has 3 on stone, which is a lot less than MBL. I think what we're going to see from MBL is the castle a little bit earlier because he thinks his map on the front is a little bit more exposed with the stone. From Viper, what I think we're going to see is get the TCs up a little bit earlier than MBL, and then he will get the castle up, which is not as quick. We have seen this before.
He has so much room. He has so much room to go back. Whereas MBL, and he has like golds in his base. The one on the side, he'd just build a wall. Delete the gate and the walls and stuff. It'll just build a wall farther forward. It'll be safe.
Yep.
But
now,
yeah,
I do want to look at the scouting on the relics. And Viper's scouting, if you look at the percentage of scouting, he has 42% versus 24% of MBL. So the scouting for the relics is perfect for Viper. So he may be inclined to go right for the monastery and collect them because that's going to be a huge gold boost for Turks, of course, who have amazing gold units. Now, for MBL, he's still in his base. I think he's worried because his scout's on lower HP. But that's it. Viper's actually keeping him there as well, which is probably part of the issue with his light calf. But, well, they're both light calves. Not seeing those relics might be an issue.
MBL dropping the castle. Right behind the walls there. I don't know. I feel that's probably the best place to drop it, I think, in his situation.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's going to secure the stone, which I think was why, again, he went so heavy onto stone to begin with. I think he wanted to get it as fast as possible because the castle's so important. Now, let's see what we... Lots on gold from MBL. Look how many he's sending over to gold. I'm going to pay attention to what he's doing with his market because that is a substantial amount on gold.
Is he going to go fast imp? Because he has so much
That's what's
gold.
in the back of my mind. That's what's in the back of my mind. If you're still spawning over to gold at this point and getting wheelbarrow now, I think he's going to potentially just buy some food and click up once he gets the castle. But I don't think we're seeing that from Viper. In fact, he's on 2 TCs. Well, only 2 TCs because he's gotten the monastery up. But He will get the castle up later like I thought, and be in a better position eco-wise. However, he won't be, if he doesn't have the castle up and he's only going, I don't know, I was going to speculate, but it's going to be hard.
Man, fast imp Turk Rush against
It's hard,
other
yeah.
civs is you can really make some damage, but if the other player's a Turk and he's only like 2 or 3 minutes behind you with a better eco, really, really tough to do some damage.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's hard to counter, but if you're the same civ, sometimes you can buy up once you see
Janissaries,
they
though,
hit
coming
up.
out for MBL.
Yeah, I like that move. The issue is now is that there's already 2 relics in from Viper, and is he gonna get the next one in? Run, little man.
And MBL didn't see that relic to begin with, so he didn't know it was there. And I think he might actually, he's gonna miss the monk.
And Viper did the right thing and
Ninja
ran
monk.
into the side of the map as well. So can Viper actually see? No, he can't see Janissaries. It's gonna need a lot more line of sight than that.
The
but
resources
if he sees them,
for MBL, though, I think he's going up soon.
I think that's what he's doing as well. Yeah, he's definitely gotta be abusing the market right now. He's not really, actually. He's only bought 200 food. I thought he would have purchased a lot more, but he's gone up. So he's gonna go with Janissaries, and I believe, well, I guess he could go with the Siege Workshop and go with the Bombard Cannon, but he could easily go with the Treb as well with the castle. The thing is you have such a fragile eco, is that even building the Siege Workshop and then having to build the Bombard Cannon is sometimes, So you might want to go with the Treb, but who knows? That monk from Viper is still sitting out there, though. He's a little bit scared to run back home.
Yeah, Viper's house walling on the right-hand side, but he's got to be careful here because if he deletes all those walls to get access to that gold and only has houses there instead of the stone walls, it's an even quicker entry for the fast imp units, especially the bomber cannons.
So there is the Siege Workshop from MBL, and I gotta be thinking Viper knows what's happened, though. I mean, looking at the score, seeing the Janissaries, I think Viper, with his experience, has to know. MBL, he's probably clicked up. There's a 500 score difference. Has to at least guess that it's a possibility. Look at the house walls. I mean, this is something you see in Arena anyway, but I wouldn't be surprised if he also walled behind here, Dave. But
Viper dropping a 3rd TC, too. That's his response, this?
Well,
I mean, he has enough gold. He can abuse the market, and it looks like he is actually going to abuse it
to be
really
completely
heavily.
honest with you, MBL is going to have to rely on his Bombard Cannon micro again, because the Janissaries, Viper can make as well. They're going to have Castle Age upgrades for MBL, so it doesn't even matter. Viper is actually going to click up. Look at this.
Man, using and abusing that market. Oh my goodness.
He's also buying a lot of food there, selling as well. So it's really smart to do that. And these Janissaries now for MBL, they're gonna get in. He's also making that Bombard Cannon.
Look at the eco difference, though.
Yeah,
crazy.
Huge difference. MBL has to do as much damage as possible. And to be completely honest, man, if he loses a Bombard Cannon, it hurts so much more than if Viper loses the Bombard Cannon. If he loses the Janissary, it hurts so much more, because look at the almost 20 vills more. And that's saying something, because MBL only has 38 vills. So I like what MBL is doing, though. He's going with all siege as fast as possible. Bombard Cannon, Treb, Bombard Cannon, Treb. He's just going as fast as possible, trying to take this castle
I think
down.
he's going to lose some of these Janissaries here.
Yep, you're right.
Janissaries, or however you say them.
I say Janissaries, but I've heard it both
Wild,
ways.
Wild
Oh, but the
West
monks are there
fighting
from
here.
Viper as well. He's going to try and get some conversions. Has a little bit of additional range, and it's an interesting use of them.
Yeah, I think every second he delays is a win for Viper. Every single second. Like, he made the bomber cannons go back a bit there.
This is really interesting to me, because if you look what Viper's doing behind, he's building archery ranges. So he's going to be going for the... Oh, he's going to get a bombard cannon! It's on 4 HP! That was really, really nice win there. I think this is good for MBL, because, I mean, we're going to have to see just standard hand cannons out of the archery ranges here. and they're worse than Janissaries. And look at the amount of siege here from MBL. There's not going to be near enough siege from Viper to engage this. He's going to lose his castle. I don't know if Viper's going to have the military numbers, to be completely honest with you.
It's gonna be really tough, and he's actually housed right now, and he's making a ton at the back here.
Well,
Push from MBL,
so is
with
MBL.
4 bombard cannons now. Crazy.
Yep.
But Viper, like, I mean, the only thing Viper needs to do to clear this whole thing up is kill those bombard cannons.
Exactly.
And it's whether he can actually do that. He has one of his own. He's creating a second one, but I think he's gonna lose that TC.
Yep, TC's down. The numbers, military numbers on the front favor MBL, and these bombard cannons can kill so many of these Janissaries and hand cannons as well. So I really like the micro of MBL. We've seen it with the Mangonels, but we've seen it in this tournament with the bombard cannons, and he's also killed this monastery, so no more relics for Viper. But Viper has a little bit of time, or has had a little bit of time. He's made 2 of his own bombard cannons. Watching the micro.
Oh, the
unfold
shot
in
from
between.
Viper,
Oh,
he
nice
actually
shot
got
from Viper. Oh,
And he's
2 nice
targeting
shots.
the tread now too.
Yeah, oh, is he gonna get another shot? He did get another shot. Is he pushing this back? Oh, he's losing too many units by the Treb, though. I think MBL is killing a lot of these Janissaries.
Yeah, but he has.
Oh,
the,
but a nice
he has
attack
the
round
archer
again
ranges to
from
back them
Viper.
up.
He's got another one, and he's gonna take
And
out
the
the
Treb
Treb now.
goes down. Oh,
And
man.
remember, MBL cannot afford to replenish these units like Viper can. He does not have the eco. That was a good win for Viper. Still, looks like more bombard cannons here for MBL. And Viper's gonna take another shot here. I love this micro. This has actually been a huge joy for me, dude, watching these. I'm sure you as well, because we have a lot of fun playing this. But Viper losing a lot of these units. Oh, the shot
no,
from
Viper
MBL.
using the bombard cannon.
Oh, he almost killed both of them as well because they were
And
somewhat
MBL
stacked.
now has 4 bombard cannons
Yeah.
built up. And
Oh, he
Viper
actually just lost one to
doesn't
the
even have a
hand
siege
cannoneers.
workshop. Oh, he has one in the back.
And Viper, he does have more hand cannons here, and MBL needs to be careful because his bombard cannons, they're going to be unguarded. Both players retreating now, and it's kind of interesting. You see what Ice Cream
That
said? Is that
fight,
why you're
though.
laughing?
No, I'm not laughing
No.
at all, but that fight.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy.
Ice Cream said that MBL's been watching my stream for dodgeball tips, so
I don't know why he would watch your stream. It just come to
I
mind.
figured you thought it was funny because either you think I
You
suck
get wrecked
because
every single game.
or
Yeah,
because I play
exactly.
you is all. That's all.
Oh.
But Viper rebounding there was important. It was really important. He only has 5 more vills now actually, and I'm gonna check the idle time real quick. That's not substantial. Viper did have some more idle time there. He does have more military numbers.
You look at the resources though. He's got a much of resources.
Yeah.
I mean, more gold, more stone. Well, he's using his gold now to make more hand cannons. It looks like.
And Viper does have more TCs, so I think if he is creating, he will catch
But
up
the
on
bombard
vills.
cannon's coming forward now. Big shots we could see here.
Oh, and
Viper, run!
man.
Oh.
Yeah, Viper's lost 1. Will he lose 2 here? I mean, there's enough numbers here where it could kill a ton of units. Could be good for MBL. He's going to kill 1 hand cannoneer there. He only has a couple Janissaries, so he needs to be careful. And now these guys are retreating, but that's a good fight for MBL for sure. And look at the score. It's so close. It is ridiculous how close this game is right now. There's not a lot in it.
I mean, Viper's resources, like Clem asked, got 2 TCs. He's on about 500 gold, 500 stone, around 500 food, and MBL getting up there now.
The one good
Respectable
thing for
amounts again.
Viper, I feel like if Viper didn't have this space in the back, MBL would have probably been close to winning the game with that push, because all of Viper's vills that are in the back would have been in that area that fight just took place in. So it's good for Viper. He has this space in the back. There's a lot of gold and a lot of place for farms. MBL
But
does have
MBL
the map
is-
control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. He's
Yeah.
he's dropping a TC on the gold to the north there, and Viper doesn't seem interested in gaining the map control until he builds up a significant army here. And I feel like we're gonna have to see something other than just gunpowder units to really push this over the edge for one player or the other.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Viper's going with a lot of gunpowder units, though. You notice the amount of hand cannoneers he has. And with that number, if he's able to micro them correctly, he could deal a lot of damage or even kill all of the bombard cannons that MBL has. As he doesn't really, have much support for his bombard cannons. But I think MBL is going to go with some hussars because he's just building a barracks now. Ooh, whoa, why is he building militia? You see this?
No, he had a... I have no clue, but he had a... He went scale barding armor.
Yeah, so I assume he's going hussar, but I don't know why he's building militia.
Barracks. Militia, what? I don't know. Maybe to scout?
Makes no sense. I don't know, but
he deleted the other one, so I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Maybe his hotkey for militia is similar to what he uses to build the stable.
Oh, it's dead. The drush has died, folks.
Yeah, the drush has died.
Where's that? Would that be a drush in Imperial Drimp? The Drimp has died.
Oh man. Oh man. You're ridiculous.
Artillery coming up for Viper now, though.
That's good. That's really good. Oh, and the units coming in from Viper. What I was going to say is I did see Hussar coming in for MBL before the Drimp. Now Viper's also pushed down the left-hand side. He does have this stone. MBL has 4 more vills, but I think Viper is wise to the fact that MBL is taking some map control. Is going to try and stop this from happening. But again, I like the Hussar choice from MBL. He's going to try and pick off the bombard cannons, but look at Viper. He has a lot of these, and they do have artillery.
So many bombard cannons, yeah.
But
and
artillery is
so
actually already in for MBL. I don't know if I didn't see that earlier,
but smart move by Viper to get rid of the siege workshops. Get rid of the production buildings slowly. Gain back the map control. Very slowly. He does have a farming colony on the left as well.
Yeah. Now, that could be in jeopardy. I mean, sorry, MBL's TC on the left could be in jeopardy shortly because the bombard cannons, they're inching closer. MBL, can he see it? No, he cannot. He really does not have that much. Oh, but the shots from Viper!
On MBL.
Good shot. That was an amazing shot. I couldn't even... Oh, he's getting another one as well. That was insane, and he is really leading with the military numbers.
That was not right. That was an attack round, folks, on that second one. Very impressive from the Viper.
He fired as well before MBL could even see him. So it was one of those where you fire because you know your opponent's running near you. It was insane. Now, I like the choice of the Hussars from MBL because you can try and pick off these bombard cannons. But with the amount of hand cannons from Viper, I think they're going to be able to... Exactly.
And the thing is, Viper's going stables now too.
Yep. So it probably wasn't the wisest decision. These guys... That TC just melted. Those,
that was a hit and run on the TC with the cannons.
Exactly. Yep. Viper's doing a great job with this micro. And he did last game as well, with the exception of the one fight, so... Ooh, I like what Viper's doing on the right. You notice he has a couple hand cannons there, just picking off a couple vills in the wood line, causing problems.
Yep.
Very good
really
stuff.
being annoying.
Yep.
If he had a cannon there, he could range that entire wood line. But I doubt he would waste a cannon over there.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see a lot of Hussars for them really to do much for MBL. But saying that, we are seeing a ton of them. And
his Hussars are upgraded a lot more than he has the final armor upgrade.
And he's getting forging as well, yeah. And also, of course, Viper is not aware of what's going on there. I assume he knows that Hussar will be coming in, but that's got to be about 30, 25 of the 40 military for MBL. But Viper has regained map control. He really has. Oh, the shot's there! And Viper did take a hit, but he did not lose a unit. Be careful. Going for the castle as well. I think it's getting close to the point where MBL needs to fight E. But just lacking.
And Viper's gonna see all of these Hussars now.
Yep.
He knows what's coming, and they're coming forward to the.
Oh, they're gonna go for the bombard cannons. This is gonna be huge. They're
But
so
I think
expensive.
it's gonna be a good engagement here for Vipe. Actually,
Oh,
I think it's gonna be a really good engagement for him.
look at his hussars. Just get in front, and MBL's not engaging the bombard cannons. I think that's
And
an
Viper's
unwise
microing
decision.
the bombard cannons with his own cannons.
This is an amazing fight for Viper. If he doesn't lose these bombard cannons, his hand cannons are doing a great job. He has his hussars going after the bombard cannons of MBL. I'm just looking to see if any go down. It looks like 2 will go down there to the hussars. It's close. Look at the army Viper has left. He has so much more. He's sending in more hussars as well. There's no support for these bombard cannons. The hussars
and
really
the
did
last
nothing.
two cannons go down as well.
Yeah, there's actually one more left, but it'll go down. So at this point, I don't think MBL really can do anything with just hussars. There's no bombard cannons. These stables will just be one-shotted. The castle's down, and the hand cannons are just too strong against hussars. Hussars are just not a great unit against this army composition. They're good for sniping off these bombard cannons. Can he do that? Actually, he's gotten 1, and he might get 2 here. He's still losing a lot of hussars. That's the issue. And he's getting a couple of them. Oof. So those are some big engagements there. Looks like Viper's cleaning this up once again. Still has 3 bombard cannons.
And he's just gaining map control again.
Yep.
Pushing out, very slow but sure. Still has some cannons left, and MBL only has 1 bombard cannon. It's really, so far, they've kind of been the deciders in these fights here.
Yeah, for sure. And the micro from Viper has been better. Also, adding his own hussars in as a meat shield is a really wise decision here. And if he adds more bombard cannons in, not that he really needs to at this point, I think he should add more meat in front of them, but if he does, these buildings will go down pretty quick. And these buildings are going down pretty quick. I'm on MBL's point of view, and he is at the limit with resources. We saw this last game. He held on for a long time, but right now he is really struggling, and he has to rebuild these buildings if he wants to keep producing. He's doing that in the back. It's not looking good. His hussars are going down right when they get near these bombard cannons because Viper is just massing next to this tree line and the berries. And that poor deer is in there as well, just hanging out amongst all the
It's
warfare.
just running around. Bambi, get out of there!
We all know how Bambi ends, so it'll probably go down. But, yeah, so
this push is pretty deadly here, and he's killing all the production buildings.
yeah, and
which
also
is
the gold
really,
on
really gonna hurt
the gold
MBL.
on the side as well. Viper has a hussar there and is killing that gold, so I don't think MBL has much gold left. We did see Elite Janissary come in for Viper as well, so he has them behind, and they're much stronger than these just hand cannoneers. Bombard cannons really have no meat in front of them now, and there's the GG from MBL. So
GG,
it's
wow.
3-1
Well
for
played by
Viper.
Viper. Well played. The hussars being microed at the same time, the hand cannons were being microed at the same time as the bombard cannons doing attack rounds. Is that's Viper right there for you.
Yeah, that was well done all around. And for a while there, I thought MBL had a little bit of an advantage, but he just pushed that right back. That was a fun game to watch, man. All right,
Been a
quickly
pretty good series here, with the exception of game 3.